when we are looking for r here, so you can see when this is 5, and if I'm using this triplet, then this has to be 13, this has to be 13 because the maximum side and hypotenuse, and this has to be 12 and this has to be 5. Summation of this comes out to be 12 plus 5, which is 17, which is satisfy the condition. So right answer for this question comes out to be 13 here. So right answer is 13. Clear? Similarly, we can solve question number 29 also. In 29, it is not given to us on which side, so two cases will come. First, same way you can get a 28, right, when it is like this, and the second when both of them are in one side, so it comes out to be 4, right, this and this. So 4 and 28 is the right answer. So 4 and 28, 4 or 28 for next question, not 29. Question number is different here, 32, right? So this is 31, which got 30, 32, 4 and 28. Let's move further and look at some other questions also. This is a very good question, appeared in CAT 2013. Question number 33 and 34. Try out both the questions, 33 and 34. So if you see here area of bigger circle, then area of bigger circle comes out to be pi r square, and area of smaller circle comes out to be pi r square. So we are looking for pi into r square minus r square, which comes out to be r minus r square is what? 25. So answer comes out to be 25 pi. So right answer for this question is 25 pi, which is answer option B for Bangalore. So answer for this question is B for Bangalore. So I hope you understood. With the use of these kind of the chords, we are able to create one circles, create circles, and after creating that circle, they are looking for find the area between these circles. So immediately we can find out through this, because this is a capital R and this is a small r, and relation we are having, and that relation we supposed to use in question. So I hope you understood. Next question is slightly difficult one, because if you are just, I will show it to here only, so you should be having better understanding here. Because of right angle triangle, because this is, if you see, this is right angle triangle. When this is right angle triangle, we can fix immediately, right here we can immediately fix length of AB, right? Length of AB we can immediately fix here because of right angle triangle. 15, 20, then that has to be 25. So this is 25 here. When this is 25, what you can see, this is 15 and this is 20 here, right? This is 15, 20. So what triplets do you have which ends with 15 and 20? Immediately you can recognize. So 15 is a triplet. So what triplet do we use? We know 3, 4, 5, basic triplet. If you want to make 15 as your diameter, sorry, I mean your hypotenuse, multiply by 3. So it comes out to be 9, 12 and 15. And when you want to make 20 as a hypotenuse, you have to multiply by 4. So it comes out to be 12, 16 and 20. You can see between these two triplets, right? Between these two triplets, what is common? 12 is common. And between these two triangles, what is common? CD is common. So CD is given to us 12 here. So CD is 12. This is 9. And this comes out to be 16. So 9 plus 16 comes out to be 25 also. Now question is almost over, because if it is right angle triangle, we can immediately find out in radius of triangle, which comes out to be A plus B minus C by 2. So this comes out to be 3 in radius, this comes out to be 4, but distance between these two is not 7. You will commit mistake. If you draw a a straight line from point P to point Q, the different line will come. You have to find out this length. And how will you find out this length? Because this is given to us 3 and this radius is 4, then this is left out 1. And 3 plus 4 is a hypotenuse, which is 7 here, and this is 1. You can use Pythagoras theorem and find out this comes out to be root 50. Right? 7 is square, sorry, root 50, right? Right, so I hope you understood, because you got in radius through a square plus b, sorry, a plus b minus c by 2. This also a plus b plus minus c by 2, where a, b, c are sides of triangle. So you got 3 this, you got 4 this. They are not, see what I ask, what is they looking for here? Right, let's see. Distance of PQ they are looking for. What is P? PQ are the centers. Okay. See that this graph is not scaled. That's why you are feeling it as 7. Answer is not 7 here. Right? Graph is not scaled. They will not be touching at this point. It is not scaled. Because if you see, this radius comes out to be 3. This radius, it will touch here, it comes out to be 4. We are looking for this portion 1, which comes out to be 50. I'm sorry, it is given to us like this, because is if you put this graph into a triangle, it will come like this and other will come like this. It will touch on top, it will not touch there. So this is given to us, right? In radius is given to us. So this is 3 and this is 4. No, see, the pointer is when you are looking for, just try to recall the properties of in radius. I will just show it to you. Don't worry. Properties of according to properties of in radius, if it is a triangle, right? If it is a triangle, and if you have one circle inside it, right? I'm looking for the property of in radius. Then from center, it has to be perpendicular always. The property of, right? What is given to us, try to understand that graph is not scaled. That's why you are facing problem. If it is graph would have been scaled, you would not be facing problem. This is given to us, and this kind of the graph is given to us. So if in radius will be here, right? If you're looking for in radius of this, if you're looking for in radius of this, please remember this circle will make perpendicular over this line from center. Is perpendicular. I am worried about only this line, right? And this circle, right? This circle which will be here, it will also be making perpendicular over corresponding lines. Assume that center is here. This is 90. This is 90. Now you tell me over this line, over this black line, this is perpendicular, this is perpendicular. What is length between these two? Radius of these two circles, which comes out to be 3 plus 4, which is 7 here, right? What we are looking for, distance between P and Q. This we are looking for. So what exactly I am doing, I am just extending it till here and showing it to you. It is 7 and it is 1, and then it comes out to be root 50 here, right? That's the right answer. So a lot of people commit mistake in that here, and they got answer is 7, but right answer was root 50, not 7. So let's move further and solve some good questions. Now what we have done, just want to show it to you first before moving further. We have done all the questions based upon this and this. Right? 3 parameters out of 7 parameters I've already completed. Now questions comes based upon height and distance and right angle triangles. So we will be solving questions based upon height and distance and right angle triangles. So let's move further and solve questions based upon that also. So height and distance, there is nothing much to discuss. We will solve through question itself. These two questions or these three questions are directly based upon height and distance. We will solve only these three questions based upon height and distance. So please try out question number 35, 36 and 37. All the questions are height and distance questions. Now look at next question. When two circles of radii 10 and 8 centimeter intersect and length of common chord is 12, then find the again opposite question exactly, right? Because what you're supposed to do here in the same question, right? In the same question, what exactly is given to us? You can see two circles, 10 and 8 is given to us, and length of common chord is 12. So when length of common chord is 12, we can immediately say this is given to us 6 here. This is given to us 10, and other parameter is given to us 8 in the basic question now. Because through this you can find this also and this also, both of them you can find. So you can try out this question. Next one is a good question, appeared in CAT multiple times. Two circles cut at two circles, both at radii 1, intersect the circumference of passes from each other, and what are the area of intersecting? So easy question, right? What are the area of intersecting regions? So it's an easy question. So this is exactly given to us, right? So they're looking for area of this particular region when radius is given to us 1. When this is 1, all the radiuses are 1. So when radius is 1, this is our equilateral triangle. Then area of this particular segment will come 1 by 6 into pi r square, which is 1 here. From this segment, if you subtract the area of triangle, it comes out to area of this portion. So area of this portion comes out to be under root 3 by 4, right, into 2, because we can find out the area of this portion also, plus area of triangle, which comes out to be root 3 by 4. In this you multiply by 2 again and get the area of required region, which I think answer option E is right answer. E or B, both of them are right answer. So what is left out here, you can just first of all come back and see. So this we have done, height and distance, area based questions we have done. Now look at questions based upon polygon into polygons and APGP questions. So when you see polygons into polygons and questions based upon APGP, you will questions come like this, right? Questions like this, I'm telling you, questions like 47, right? In 47, if you see the 47 questions, it is given to us if the side of what exactly they are saying in 47th question. Just try to understand it. It's an easy question. What exactly they are saying, there will be a square. If you add the midpoints, you will get another square. You will get the midpoints, another square, and you will keep continuing till infinite. Right? This is exactly they are saying. Length is given to us 11. When length is given to us 11, we can find out area is given to us 121. But what you're supposed to understand, you can see inner area of inner square is 1 by 2 of area of outer square. So next area will be 121 by 2, next area will be 121 by 4, is going on like this. So AP is given to us. So questions based, sorry, GP is given to us. So questions based upon GP, 121, 1 minus 1 by 2, which comes out to be 242. So right answer is 242 for this question, which is answer option B, right? What exactly I have done, you can see square is here. If you add the midpoints, you will get another square. Area of inner square is half of the area of outer square. So common ratio is given to us 1 by 2. So area of outer square, area of inner square, and it's going on. So summation of all this comes out to be 121 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2. Now, if you look at question number 48, which is anyway I showed you, this is a question number 48, right? Unshaded region and shaded region which we are looking for, right? So these are the questions which you can look into, right? You can note down this question. 11 by 12 is the right answer for this particular question, right? Which is 49th one. So 49th I have solved. 48th you can try. 49th I have shown you. So 49th question. Because what actually they are saying in this question, you are making a circle, circles, taking the half of that, and then you're looking for the summation of all this area. So it comes out to be 1 by 4, then 1 by 2. Sorry, 1 by 4, then 1 by 16 is going on like this. So common ratio is 1 by 4 here. So you got is a 1 by 12. So shaded portion is a given to us, uh, 1 minus, so this is shaded one, right? This we have shaded, this particular portion we have given shed over this, so remaining portion comes out to be 1 minus 1 by 12, which is unshaded one, divided by original, which is 11 by 12. Move further. If you're looking for segments here, right? Square inside the square inside the square. So if you're looking for the segments here, then you can see questions based upon segment, which is this question. So you can take segments are 1 s1 s2 s3 up to so on s7, which comes out to be 127, and 127 is equal to 1 by 8th of circle. So circle you can find out is 161, so ratio comes out to be 1 upon 1016. So these are the AP, sorry, these are the GP based questions, completely based upon GP. One question comes like this definitely in your paper, so you should be ready for this, these kind of the questions, right? All these questions are same question which I am discussing here. All of them are similar questions. Right. Now what you supposed to understand from this point, not this exactly, these are the this question we have discussed, right? You can note down if you want, you can take a screenshot. These questions we have discussed, right? So completely geometric progression based questions when common ratios are fixed here. So all these questions. Now, what is the important part for you? You should be looking for questions based upon 4 pi diagram. What's the meaning of 4 pi diagram? I will show it to you. A 4 pi diagram, that means if radius of this circle, if radius of this circle is given to us 1, then side of this square becomes 2, and area of this square becomes 4, and area of a circle becomes pi. Now from previous example we can understand, if you add the midpoints, if you're adding only midpoints here, right, adding only midpoints, you can see area becomes exactly half. So area of not only square will become half, but also area of circle will come half. So you can see it became, area became 2, now it is pi by 2, and again area is 1 and pi by 4. But what you can see from here, ratio between circle and square will remain always 4 is to, sorry, square and circle, it will remain always 4 is to pi. This we can understand from here. So questions based upon this, right? Multiple questions are possible based upon this, which has appeared in paper. First question which you will come across is question number 50 and 51. Both the questions you can try out. Question number 50 and 51 is a 4 pi based questions. Area is 2, right? This area of this portion, which is a inner circle, it is a pi by 2, and area is 1. They are looking for area ratio between outer one and inner one, which comes out to be pi by 1. That's the right answer, right? The right answer for question number, sorry, this question, right? Pi by 1, this is pi. Question 52, right? When 4 and pi ratio is there. So I have given you solution for this question. Question number 52, yeah. This I have discussed, this we discussed, and just wanted to revise this thing. So when we are looking for area of this particular parameter, then we know if a radius is given to us 1, then area of this whole square is comes out to be 1, and area of this portion comes out to be pi by 4. Right? So area of this portion 1 minus pi by 4. Right? So area of this portion, what is the left out here, we already know it comes out to be pi by 4. That's why remaining is pi by 4. So how will we how are they making the question? Rather than making like this, they will draw one more line here. When draw one more line, then the area of this portion comes out to be 1 minus pi by 4. Now they can ask about this particular area. So area of this particular region, we can say 1 minus 1 plus pi by 4 minus 1 plus pi by 4. So we can see from here it comes out to be pi minus 1. So area of this portion comes out to be pi minus 1. Move further. So you have seen this question number 50 and 51, 50 and 51, 50, 51, right? 51 and 50. Which question you're asking? Let me check. You're asking 50 and 51. Okay. A perimeter, summation of perimeters divided by summation of area you are looking for. Summation of perimeter and summation of area you're looking for. Right? Punching machine. Okay, punching machine you're looking for. Okay. The punching machine, see, look at the first question first. Punching machine, I will explain you. Where is the question? So if you see punching machine question, I will explain you. See, if you see this question, in question, the first question they're asking the proportion of the sheet area remains after punching. So they're looking for area of this portion remains after punching by the total area, right? So what remains after punching? You can immediately see this is remains after punching is this area, right? Remains after punching is this whole area which remains after punching. So if it remains after punching, you can see from here, number one, we have to subtract from whole, just to understand, from whole sheet we have to subtract first of all this particular square, as well as we have to subtract these two portions, right or not? So this we supposed to do. So please remember, from sheet only we supposed to subtract this square, inner square, and two portions. So first you just put this circle inside. So when you put circle inside, right, when you put this circle inside, then it comes out to be like this, approximately like this. I'm not very good in art, but approximately like this it will come. So when it will come like this, you can see whatever square we were talking here, this square exactly becomes like this. And now from this whole area, right, area of sheet, from this whole area we supposed to subtract this portion, right? This portion is supposed to subtract or not? Yes, we supposed to subtract this portion, as well as we have to subtract the area of this particular square. So if this is given to us 4, then this will be pi and this will be 2, right? So find the area of this particular portion, right? If you look at the area of this particular portion, we can immediately say from here, area of circle minus area of square by 2, right? We got that particular portion, whatever we are looking for. This portion we got, but in this, what we supposed to do, area of this sheet is 4, area of this square is 2. So what is left out area? 4 minus 2. So 2 is left out. So first of all, we have to subtract this as well as area of square, which comes out to be pi minus 2 by 2 plus 2, and this whole we supposed to subtract from sheet, which is 4 minus. Right? I hope you understood what exactly I have done. I can show it to you what I'm doing here. I have written here, I'm showing you now. So see what exactly I have done. First, from this sheet I have subtracted area of this square, which is 2 here, and area of these two portions, which is this here. What is left out? Total area is 4. What is left out? It is this particular area we are looking for, and this divided by 4 is our right answer we are looking for in terms of proportion. So I hope you understood now, and similarly you can do question number 2 also. So let's move further. I just wanted to tell you basic parameter here. So this I have anyway told you. This is the question number the horse one. Question number 59. This is a question number 59. This is a question number 59. So please remember why I'm discussing this question, because when you see next time this kind of the question, then this area is equal to this area, right? Area of these four portions is equal to area of this particular circle. Whatever is left out, right? Whatever is left out in this portion, whatever is left out, and that's this particular portion. These particular portions are left out. That's the right answer, right? So when you are given to ask this answer of this particular portion, what is left out, you can immediately say if this is 4, this is pi, answer has to be 4 minus pi for all these questions. So 4 I'm representing by 100, pi comes out to 78. So right answer technically has to be 22, but from here we have to subtract one pound also, and a pound is given to us, distance of pound is also given to us, something that we have to circular pound, area of 20 meter square, that we supposed to subtract from here. So you will get the right answer for this particular question. And so what exactly they are saying here, the 4 horses are tethered at the corner of the square plot at 14 meter, right? 14 meters is given to us, which approximately comes out to 196, and that we can take is 200 approximately. And if you take a pi here, then pi r comes out to be 14, the pi r square, which also you can find out, and then pound we have to subtract. So right answer will come for this question is 22. So 22 is the right answer for this question. Move further, this kind of the questions when they'll be asking a ratio between, these are the possible questions. Ratio between inner circle, this ratio, and that outer ratio, you can draw circumcircle and solve the question based upon this, and it always remains 1 is to 0.16. A ratio between bigger radius and smaller radius is always 1 is to 1.6 in this particular case. Let's move further. If you look at this question, this is a question number 56 or 56. So this is a question. So we supposed to find out, it's an easy question, right? Because inside the square it is given to us. If you draw it, then we can find out this immediately. As I told you, how will you find out? This is 1, this is 1, it comes out to be 1 minus pi by 4, and this is 1 minus pi by 4, and this portion also we can immediately find out, right? So that's how we can find out the answer of this particular question. And let's move further. Yeah, this is the question number 58. That's 58th question. 58th question, please remember, it doesn't matter how many cuts will you do, right? It doesn't matter how many cuts will you do in a particular rectangular sheet, is always equal to 1 cut. So when they're looking for, I did 100 cuts in a particular rectangular or a square sheet, and whatever portion is left out, find out the ratio between portion is left out and portion which we have cut. So it always ratio remains 4 is to pi, right? The 4 is to pi, it is all these figures are equal to this figure only, 4 is to pi always. It will remain always same, which is 1 is to 1 here. So when they are giving us, then you can decide on the basis of that. But here ratio is 4 is to pi. Here it is 1. Why it is 1? Because they have taken two different sheet. If you read the question, they are saying in this question, they have taken two different sheet, and from one sheet they have cut maximum number of circles, and from another sheet they have cut only one circle. Find the ratio between what part is left out from the first process from second process. Then ratio is 1 is to 1, because whether you do one cut or you do multiple cut, it doesn't matter. What matters, your ratio, whatever portion is left out, it will remain always same here. That's right answer, right? And that's all. This is a 4 pi based questions which I have discussed thoroughly. If you see pattern in CAT, questions based upon polygon into polygon, these are very popular questions. You can, I have discussed these questions further. You can see these questions. Please remember, hexagon is always combination of 6 equilateral triangle, right? What exactly you can see from here? You can see from here there's a one square which is a 4. This is a one circle which is a pi. Hexagon, right? One triangle is also here. I forgot to mention, so one triangle is also here, right? This is one triangle. So we have a square, we have a circle, we have hexagon, we have triangle. We can solve questions based upon definitely this, right? So all these are basic questions which you will come across in a paper. And in all these questions, you can see inside a semicircle, right angle triangle, we always make it. This I told you always already. Ratio between higher and lower radius is always 1 is to 0.16. Already told you, right? They will be asking these questions. This question anyway in the sheet only, so you can take it down. Now these are the popular questions which you will come across. Find the area of this particular portion, find the area of this particular portion. The difficult question which you will ever come across in a paper. But rather than learning in terms of, right, rather learning in terms of a formula, in terms of pi r, you can learn all these things in terms of numbers. So you can make it very easy, all these things. And how can you learn in terms of numbers? This is 76. I already know it is a 666. See all these 66666. You can note it down. If total area, this you can note it down. It will cover all possible cases here. So you can see all possible cases. How can I say all possible cases here immediately? Because if total area, right? What exactly I'm saying here in this question, if I'm saying total area, if 100, you can decide always. If total area is 100, area of this portion always 76. If total area is 100, area of these portion is 76. And now you can see when this portion, right, this portion becomes 76, remaining also you can find out. So you just note it down, this part, this figure. You can take the screenshot of this. You can see we have covered one figure when it is 78 and 22. We have figured another figure when we are looking for this comes out to be 62, 16, 16 and 6. We have covered this particular figure also, where we have covered all possible cases. This is 10, this is 10, this is 10, this is 10, this is 36, this is 6, this is 6, this is 6, this is 6. If area of this whole portion is given to us, is always true. Yeah, is always true. What is I'm telling you? Area of each portion is 100 here, right? Area of each portion is 100. So total area is 100. Area of this is always 0.18 compared to highest radius here, right? So area is 0.12. So this figure you can look into. Wrote down only. You have to remember only one figure, which is only this figure, right? This figure you're supposed to remember. Other things will get automatically covered. Why is it so? Because when you're looking for this, it's not 76, 62. When looking for this here, you can immediately say 36, 10, 10, 6, 62. So only one figure is more than enough to get the answer of any question. So you can look into only this particular figure here. Right. So with this, we are completing our geometry session here. All the questions you can try out which are left out. All of them are easy questions. Right. So I have given a lot of questions here. I have included till 2015. So 112 questions over geometry is more than enough. It will cover all possible cases over geometry. In coordinate, if you speak to me, what is a complex? You're talking about this one, right? This lower one, right? Lower one. See what exactly I have done. I have done here. I can show it to you. First, I draw this. When I draw this particular portion, then this area, whole area, we were aware of, right? Whole area comes out to be 1 minus pi by 4. Right? Similarly, if you draw this, it comes out this one remain 1 minus pi by 4. Rather than taking 1, if you take 100 here, 100 into 100 pi by 4, right? You will take, then you will get to know in terms of numbers, this pi by 4, 1 minus pi by 4 comes out to be equal to 22. So this portion is given to us 22. Similarly, this portion comes out to be 22 here if we do it. Now, if you move further, if you draw this also, these two portions will get equally divided. This will get 6, this will get 6, and remaining part comes out to be 10 here. Right? This particular portion. This particular portion 10, this particular portion 10, this particular portion 10. So you just remember this by heart. So it will help you to solve complex questions. If area of this portion is 100, then you can segregate this is 6, this is 6, this is 6, this is 6, and then we can find out remaining is this is 10, 10, 10, and now we subtract from 100, so left out part is 36. But technically these questions are very difficult when they appear in CAT paper. Otherwise, most of the time you will see these questions appearing in Z paper, XAT. Right? So just note it down, this particular part. If it is appearing in CAT, you should understand you are solving those questions which other cannot even think of. Others you can try out. A lot of things are left out which I have covered in other classes. Please try all the questions. Definitely I will send you answer keys. Now if you come to your coordinate geometry part, very few questions are very important, which are keep repeating, and those questions are these kind of the questions. These questions are keep repeating, came 3 times after CAT went online, right? So this you can try out. Distance for our c2 minus c1 divided by root square minus square one, right? This is a basic question which you will see. Distance between two parallel lines, right? This is the only question which you have to be little focused about it. So very important question here. Question number 7 is very important. Question number 8 is important. Question number 5 is very important. That's all. These are very important questions. Others, you can see this question also very important, because this question is based upon circle, right? Only these 4 and 5 questions are important. Other questions are very easy. So for this I cannot teach you anything new here, because these questions are directly based upon formula and based upon coordinate geometry, which immediately you can learn the formula at the last moment and try out in the last time, right? These are 4 questions are important ones. Now algebra. Should I discuss now only algebra, or should I take break? We should take break, or should we discuss now? One break, one discuss. My god. If I take break, I will take only 15 minutes break. Maximum 15 minutes break we can take. जब तक अलजेब्रा खत्म नहीं होता तब तक क्लास है. ठीक है, so take 15 minutes, because I have to drink water, not able to speak properly. Give me at least 10 minutes. I have to drink water, then I will come back. Right? Give me 10 minutes. Right? Please give me 10 minutes. In 10 minutes we will start. Right? So please take the break of 10 minutes. We will finish algebra at least in today's class. ठीक है. Okay. So let's begin algebra. Yeah, it's another important chapter which we cannot definitely overlook. I will say a very very important chapter, even though if you're comparing geometry and algebra, I will say algebra is a scoring section compared to geometry. So what we supposed to recall from algebra, whatever we have discussed in linear equation, I think you can recall from sheet itself. But whatever we have discussed is slightly difficult one, whatever generally comes in cat. So if you algebra, if you asked me, the mostly questions you will come across in a paper are questions based upon equations, right? Questions based upon equations. You will see questions based upon sorry, you will see questions based upon equations, questions based upon function. When you talk about function, you should not go back and try to recall what is a even function, what is odd function, or what is onto or into functions, one function. Do not recall that, because that's a hardly come in paper. But you should be knowing slightly definition of that, so you should be burnished enough while solving these questions. But if you're talking function, questions based upon functions, like questions based upon pattern, you will see most of the time, right? Questions based upon patterns are there when we talk about functions in this regard, right? Equations can be quadratic equation, cubic equation, biquadratic equation. So these kind of the equations are there, which we have to look into and move further, right? And questions based upon, mostly you have to look into equations, right? And if you go further, you will definitely come across questions based upon APGP also, right? Questions based upon AP and GP. HP is another important topic, but most of the time you will not see questions based upon HP. That's why I am focused towards AP and GP, because these questions you will see maximum number of times. So when we discuss about equation, let's understand. We already know the standard equation is x square minus sum of the roots, which is alpha plus beta, into x plus product of the root, which is alpha beta, is equal to 0. Right? This is a standard equation which we already know. So questions based upon this, and we also know there are only two types of the graphs are possible over these equations, either upward or downward. And if I take a coefficient of x square is a, and if a is greater than 0, then graph is upward, and if a is less than 0, then graph is downward. So there are only three cases. Either it will touch x-axis, or it will cut x-axis, or it will not cut. In this particular case, we know d is greater than 0, discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac. In this case, it is equal to 0. In this case, it is less than 0. And same happens here also. Right? Touch, cut, and will not cut. So d is less than 0, which is a negative number, and d is equal to 0, and d is greater than 0. So when d is greater than 0, that means they are cutting at two different points. When you are cutting at two different points, the meaning of this, we are having real and distinct roots, right? When they're coming at one point, we are having two roots but identical ones, and where they're not cutting, the roots are imaginary. So we are having identical and real roots here, and real and distinct roots here. So immediately we can infer from here, if they're talking about real roots, this has to be greater than equal to 0. This immediately we can infer from here. So let's come back to the questions which has come in your paper. We'll be solving those questions. So why don't you guys try out question number 2, question number 3, and question number 5, question number 6, and question number 7. So these are 5 questions you try out which are based upon quadratic equation.